What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Kedman Sports. Today we are creating yet another team in Doug Flutie's Maximum Football 2019, and we're going to be kind of basing this team off of a color combination rather than anything else. So today we're creating the Tampa Bay Titans, and we're going to start by picking out a logo, and we're going to kind of take a logo that's bland in colors and kind of add our own flair to it. So this one, I think it kind of looks like Thanos from the Avengers, so we're going to call this team the Titans. And so it's going to be the Tampa Bay Titans. And we're going to put them obviously in Tampa, Florida. Abbreviation, this is our first university, so it's just going to be TBU in Florida. And then for colors, we're going to kind of go with a turquoise teal type color. It's not exactly a Tulane color, but it's kind of what I based it off of. And then we're going to use kind of a gray as the secondary color to match that logo. So we're still using the colors from the logo, but we're going to add another color that's not even in the logo scheme to kind of make it pop a little bit more, just because you don't want a whole bunch of gray, black, and white uniforms. And with all these logos, you would get a lot of that unless you do something like this where you add in an extra color. So now that we've got the extra color in there, you randomize the stadium, and we'll go ahead and get started on the uniform. So as we're transitioning over to the uniform, we're going to try a couple of different things over here as well. So we move over to the helmet, and we're going to take a look at what this logo is going to look like on the side of the helmet. But I can already tell you that with the color scheme that we're using, I'm pretty sure that, we're going to go with no logos on the helmet, and we're just going to go with a solid color. This is the first time we've done this, but you actually are starting to see this a lot over college football. Teams going to kind of an alternate helmet that doesn't have a logo on it. So we're going to use that here, and we're going to give it the all gray color. And I know I've said this in a past video, this is where I really wish you could go with like a matte finish, just because with this tone of gray, I think it would look pretty awesome. So I tested out a gray face mask, but it just kind of blends in and looks plain and bland. So we're going to change the color of the face mask to be that kind of bluish color that we used. And you can see right about there, you can really see the difference that adding color to the face mask makes in a helmet, that you go from this kind of plain bland look to now all of a sudden the face mask pops, the helmet's unique, and it's something that we haven't seen yet. So with the stripe, we want to make something a little different also, and I'm going to kind of experiment here a little bit. I definitely want to use that blue with a black or a white. That works, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So instead, we're going to go with the kind of bluish color on the outside, and then we're going to throw a white on the inside. And I think the white plays with this blue a lot better than a black, especially against the gray. So we're going to kind of use that as a theme as we go about in this uniform. So there's the helmet, and now we can transition to the uniform and jersey. For font, we're going to use Century. It's another one we haven't used yet. It's a little bit more round, almost, especially with the color combination we've got going on, almost looks like an older 49ers uniform. But for the jersey color, we're going to go back to that blue. And you're going to see that I'm going to pull this blue through the rest of the jersey, and I've done that with every team so far. I do have plans to do at least one team where the sleeves are a different color than the rest of the jersey, just because when you're making 130, you're going to want to mix it up and do some different things. I'm just kind of waiting on the right color combination. This one isn't it. So there you've got the blue for the jersey and the sleeves, and then we're going to throw gray in the center of the sleeve stripe and leave the white on the outside, which will be, like I've said, we're going to use that white now as kind of like a third color for this uniform. For the collar, I usually do the collar later on, but since we kind of are here, we're going to do it anyway, and just kind of keep with that white and gray theme against this blue, which then we're also going to pull into the number and text. For the number, you could go a couple different routes here. You can stick with the white number, but I want to go with a gray number in a white outline. I just think it'll work a little better for this uniform. If it was a gray uniform, you could definitely do like white numbers in the blue outline. I think that would look really cool. But since we're going with the blue jersey, we're going to go with the gray numbers and the white outline. And then we're going to do the same thing with the text as we have with pretty much every team so far. And then we're going to transition over to the pants. And this is going to be our first team, I'm pretty sure, where especially the stripes, the helmet, the jersey, and the pants all have a stripe, and they're all different stripes. Normally I try to carry it through, but with this color scheme we're going to kind of play around with a few different ideas. So we're going to go with the white pants, and then for the stripe, this is where we're going to start making it look a little bit different. We're going to go with the gray in the center, and then we're going to go with that blue on the outside. So like I've said, 3 different stripes on this uniform, same colors for the most part, but a different variation of it every single time, which kind of gives a cool factor to the uniform. And so there is that stripe on the pants. And then for the socks, another thing I haven't done yet that I've been wanting to is just a solid color for the entire socks. The top, the bottom, the stripes, all one color. Almost kind of like the NFL Color Rush jerseys, how for most of them they do this where the socks are all one color that kind of blends in with the rest of the uniform. We're going to do that here and just kind of make the socks really one big, long, one-colored sock. And with that, the home jerseys will be complete. And so now, you get a look there, we can transition over to the away jersey. So across the chest, we're just going to put Tampa. You can put Tampa Bay, you could put TVU if you'd want, but we're just going to put Tampa for the sake of this uniform. And then for the sleeve stripe, we're going to kind of still pull over the stripe from the home uniform. So even though we used 3 different stripes on the home uniform, you still kind of want to keep them the same on the away. So on the white pants, we used a gray in the center with the blue on the outside. Well, now with the white jersey, we're going to carry that stripe over. So this is, I've talked about continuity with stripes through the jerseys. This is kind of the same thing, just in a different way. Instead of doing the same stripe on all the home uniforms, we're going to keep them just on the same canvas and move them over to the different uniforms. So you still have all the same look and all the same themes. It's just in a kind of a different way than what we've done so far. And then for the collar, we're going to stick with what we did on the other uniform. But obviously, since it's a white jersey, you're not going to do gray and white. You're going to do that gray and blue. And then for the number color, you could go either way with the gray and the blue if you'd want to do a gray number and a blue outline, or a blue number and a gray outline. I do think that a gray number with a blue outline is just going to pop a little bit better. That's not to say you couldn't flip it. I think it would still look fine. But just the way these colors work together, it just kind of looks more natural when you put the gray on the inside with the blue on the outside. Plus, it pulls in that pattern from the sleeve and collar as well. So you're keeping that continuity through the white uniform. And then we're going to do the same thing as always with the text and keep it the same. So then we'll transition over to the pants. And for the pants, again, you could kind of do a couple different things. You could do gray pants here. I think it would look pretty cool. But you could also do white pants. But for this one, we're going to do the blue pants. And I think it's just going to kind of pull the whole uniform together and keep that continuity by discontinuity almost from the home uniform, that having those 3 different colors, those 3 different stripes, we're going to keep that theme on the away uniform. So there's the pants, and then we're going to add the same stripe as the home jersey. And then we're almost done because we're going to keep the socks all white. And so once you've finished up the pants, we'll be all done, and that'll be your Tampa Bay Titans, team 6 of 130. So as always, thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, turn on notifications, give it a like. Only team 6, as I said, so a lot of teams to go, but they're all turning out to look pretty good. So thanks for watching.